Hello, hello. Welcome. We are live. Once again, this is, let's see, what is it? Thursday, February the 19th, 2026. And we're excited to be here. This is a consciousness ascending presentation. My name is Benny Ferguson. And we're excited. We're excited for each of you who will find this presentation and support us in its creation, the creation of this interaction. We're thankful and excited for each of you who have found this recording and are allowing us to be of support in that manner. If you are new, be sure to subscribe if you find value, for we will be live on a weekly basis in support of those of you who know you're on a journey of enlightenment, know you are creating your experience and are desiring to really hone in on the inner creative process, that which you have control over, that which you are responsible for. All right, understanding that you are frequency, you are vibration, you are energy. You are not this physical body vessel that you are housing at the moment. You are not your experiences. You are not your mind. Understanding that, knowing that, means that there is a correct place, a most powerful place from which to perceive your current reality. And that's at your foundation. If you're not clear what that is, then continue to hang out with us and you will become more and more clear of where you want to work, where you want to place your attention and your focus in order to truly affect your experience in the way that you would like to, and begin to create experience as you would like to see it. In addition to that, you can check the description. In the description, we have a free tool, what we're calling a reality shift checklist, in which you will find the 4 steps, the 4 most important steps to this whole idea of creation, this whole idea of transformation. Whether you're seeking to change an experience or create an experience anew, or change something about you, change your state of being so that you're more in alignment with experiences that you actually desire. The reality shift checklist, the transformation manifestation checklist, will direct you to the core steps to do that. Just check the description. You'll find the link there where you can go and you can throw your name and email address in, and you will receive an email with all of the information that goes with that. Also, we have a private community. That is probably the most amazing and fantastic thing that we have to offer, where conversations of direct transformation occur. These conversations that we have and other conversations that we have are powerful, yes. They are information. You can take them, you can begin to apply them. But in the Accelerator, we have conversations about your play and practice on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, that you are doing to affect your transformation, the challenges that you're having, the questions that are coming up inside of you, whose answers will spur you along the path. In the Accelerator, you will find a home to have those type conversations with like-minded people and with us as a guide, as a support, that accelerate the process. Again, these conversations are awesome, yes, and they are supportive, but the conversations that we have in the Accelerator are directly linked to your current position and the transformation that you're trying to affect, and the frustration that's welling up, the misunderstanding, the confusion about who you are being and what you may or may not be doing or need to be doing more of. Those type conversations directly related to your experience at this moment are what truly accelerate the process. And in the Accelerator, you have access to support, access to consistent support from us and those others who are in the Accelerator, that explode your ability to be consistent with all of the information that's coming in, that's flooding your physical senses on a moment by moment basis, your ability to be consistent is what hangs in the balance, is what is the true mechanism that either slows you down or prolongs the process, prolongs your achieving breakthrough after breakthrough, or accelerates the process and accelerates your experience of breakthrough after breakthrough. Consistency. Being able to access support and guidance quickly. That's what we created the Accelerator. That's what we're most excited about. So, today, our topic is, well, this is episode 92 of Accelerating Your Journey. Episode 92, how about that? If you've been around for all of the episodes, awesome for you. If you have not, be sure to look back on this platform and check out those previous episodes. All beautiful, all powerful, and understand that there is question and answer, brief question and answer after each of them, where individuals are asking their questions based on the information that they receive. And those segments are powerful as well. Again, this is episode 92 of Accelerating Your Journey. The topic is the purpose of your life is constantly trying to express. Hello, everyone. Excellent that you're here. The purpose of your life is constantly trying to express. Let's talk about it. Conscious creators. Those of you who know you are on a journey of enlightenment. Those of you who know you are creating your experience, that which appears in front of you. Those who know that you are frequency, that you are vibration first and foremost, that is expressing itself through your physical body and through your mind. We know you've had the question because we receive it often about purpose. What is my purpose? Purpose for my life. The first purpose is for growth and expansion. That's why everyone is here. Every experience, whether you call it good or not so great, is an experience. And it is causing you to grow and expand. But inside of the grander scheme of growth and expansion, yes, you do have a path that you established for yourself. A path that has been trying to express itself through you. But you may or may not have missed the cues. And you've heard this before. Follow your excitement. Follow your bliss. Things of that nature. And maybe you've been doing it. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you're not clear on what it actually means. Well, we're going to talk about what that actually means to follow your excitement. To follow your bliss, as Joseph Campbell said in his books. And what it actually means. To follow your excitement means mostly to follow your inspiration. But it's hard to decipher what's an inspiration and what is not when you are rooted in low vibrational conditioning and programming. That's what's causing the confusion. Because you're not sure what ideas are what and where they're coming from. Even to the point where your current state of conditioning and programming, in your current state of conditioning and programming, you can do things or feel like you're doing things that are good and right and to the benefit of others, but they're actually rooted in a fear. You're actually behaving or doing things, creating experience, being toward others, but it's rooted in a fear. You're actually trying to avoid something. You're actually trying to create barriers against something. And if it's rooted in a fear, then all you're really doing is recreating that fear, even though your surface actions look benevolent. Even though people say, oh, he's such a nice guy, or she's such a nice woman. If they're rooted in a fear, if they're rooted in the avoidance of something, a trauma that you experienced as a child and you've been behaving a certain way, or you created a pattern of behavior in attempts to avoid that circumstance, it's rooted in a fear. And in truth, you're focused on that fear. That's why you have created these actions, and you're actually recreating the experience because you're focused on something that you don't want. And that's the point of a focus. That's the point of focus and the place that your attention is on. And that's what's actually fueling your inner creative process. Low vibrational conditioning, programming based on a fear. And you have many of these at play. You have many of these type ideas at play. And these are what are clouding your ability to actually see and interpret your inspirations that are bubbling up inside of you, born of the plan and path that you set for yourself, being initiated by your inner being, that part of you that exists beyond the body, constantly offering suggestion in the direction of the plan that you set for yourself. Now let's just narrow it down and just say fear, right? Without all of the other information, let's just say fear is clouding your ability to see and interpret that which is inspiration versus it's the habit of the mind, activity of the mind. So in order to see that which you are inspired to be, that which you are inspired to do, those things that you're inspired to have, you first have to begin to unmask the many fears that you're carrying, because they are at the moment potentially dictating the activity of your mind, dictating your expressions. And when you do have an inspiration that you're excited about and you can feel trying to express itself through you, your fears will stifle your ability to act on that inspiration. Having been programmed to concern yourself excessively about the opinions of others, about the thoughts of others, about whether your actions or behaviors may harm another in some way, because you don't understand that action in a high frequency does not have a low vibrational return. Action in a high frequency has a high frequency return and impact on that which you come in contact with. If you don't understand that, the fear will come up and it will stifle your ability to act on that which you are inspired to. Now, what do your inspirations feel like? Your inspirations feel exciting to you. They cause you to feel high energy, energetic, excitement, maybe exhilaration. And because everything is energy, everything is spirit, there's no limit to that which you can be inspired to. We talk to people all the time who are inspired to a course of study in their schooling that is obvious that they are being urged in that direction. It's a part of them. Inspired to certain job activities, career activities, it's a part of them. They're doing things in their experience that may have been doing since they were a child. That's a part of them that they're inspired to. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you're a musician. And the list goes on that you may be inspired to, that may be a part of your life, that is something that you do for free. But whenever you engage in that activity, you feel that feeling inside of your body. And we dare say every human being has these type inspirations that are constantly bubbling up inside of them. They have inspirations, things that they have been harmonized with, things that they have been attuned to since they were children. Penny's children are all creative. They are all artists in some form or fashion. They can draw. They can get the details. They can do all of these things. His oldest is a chef and is an artist in that right. The youngest girl is an artist in the form that She's excited about designing interiors, and in class she's doing those things and has aligned herself with classes in school that has taken her down that path. She's gaining knowledge in that area, and the classes appear through alignment. Each of you have these same type things going on in your life based on that which you are inspired to. The question is, do you see it? Now, many of you are mature. You are adults in your own right. You're living your lives. You're needing to create income. And if you really understood alignment, if you really understood the vibrational side of things, the energetic side of things, you would come to understand that your inspirations, that which you are inspired to do, if you were fully involved in it, fully engulfed in that which you are inspired to do from moment to moment, whether it's a career thing, a profession thing, or just following your inspiration, you would also be in alignment, because alignment is alignment vibrationally, energetically. You would find yourself in alignment not only with more and more of the things you are excited about, but also the higher frequency things that are seeking to be a part of your experience. When you think about having more than enough resources for you to take care of yourself and take care of your family, maybe take care of extended family, how does that feel? For most of you, it feels good, right? It feels exciting to be able to be of that level of support in a high frequency. And if you look closely, that feeling is very similar to the feeling that you have as it relates to your inspirations, those things that you are inspired to. And if alignment is alignment vibrationally, if you're in alignment with that which you are inspired to, you're also in alignment with the resources that you desire, without having to focus on the resources, without having to focus on the money. There's so many things that come to play that are beyond, outside of your awareness when we're talking about, and when you're talking about, what is my purpose? Am I following my purpose? Am I following my inspiration? There's so many more things that come to play when you understand the integrative process, when you understand alignment, when you understand what it really means vibrationally, energetically, in the format of frequency. It is our desire that you understand these things now, for the purpose of your life experience, now at this moment, not after you make your transition from your physical body. It is our desire that you understand that the ability to follow your inspiration has inside of it the highest experience, because of the frequency that you're in when you're in that which you are inspired to. The alignment that takes place with all of that which you are desiring in the highest for your life. Because the embodying of the frequency of your inspirations aligns you with experiences that are of like frequency. And that equals the relationship, that equals the resources, the monies, that equals the health and well-being. All of these things come to the forefront as a result of the frequency that you're consistently in, and you are in a higher vibrational state consistently when you are following your inspiration. Benny's dad used to talk about wanting to take classes of marine biology. He never went to college. He finished high school, and then he pretty much worked 3 jobs all of his life to provide for his family and extended family and take care of his mom and dad. But he often would talk about marine biology. He would bring it up a lot. Something along those lines. And, okay, think about this. They went to the beach a lot. growing up, and times when they were able to take vacation. They would go to the beach, and his dad enjoyed the beach and the water, all of these things, and he would bring up that idea of wanting to explore the idea of marine biology, and he actually had taken time and looked it up on the computer and all of these things. Something in there he was inspired to. But because he didn't have the understanding, because he didn't have the information, he never actually stepped into that area in order to see what was there for him. And then there were ideas of, okay, I'm of a certain age to go back to school, and at this age, and all of these things. Hesitation based on the conditioning, based on the programming. Hesitation. And yet the inspiration is still present. And at this moment, he's later in the age. It's most likely that he will reach his transition point, not having stepped into the experience of that inspiration. And many of you have heard individuals who are about to make their transition say things like, I wish I had done. I always wanted to do. These are these inspirations that were bubbling up inside of them possibly all their life that they never engaged in. And if you look closely, you have inspirations that are inside of you that have been there maybe since childhood. Just there. And they're there. Whether it's to explore music or to explore painting or to travel to certain locations, not every location, not the world, but certain locations that you're drawn to. And then beyond that, and following your inspiration, many who are delving into their inspirations could never see their inspirations tied to their resources, right? They could never see themselves making money from their inspirations. It's not that valuable. It's not that important. No one would spend money on me doing something that I enjoy doing. That's a lie of the conditioning as well. Something that comes easy to you, something that is fun to you, something that you're excited about, could never be something that brought in income. It has to be work. It has to be hard. You have to be proving your worth and proving your value in order for someone to exchange value with you. It can't be something that's fun and coming easy to you. That's conditioning as well. False conditioning. Born of low frequency, low vibration. And because you believe that, because you've been conditioned to that, you have to engage in things of proving your value in order to receive resources for the proving of that value. All the while your inspirations in something that is exciting to you, you have to put over here because you have to put your time in here where you have been conditioned to put your time, versus over here, this thing is, is going to be fun, it's exciting, and that's why it's not important. When actually the contrary is true. You have no idea the doors that are present when you are following your inspiration. The doors that appear and open to you because of alignment, because you're in a high feeling state when you're doing those things that you're excited to be doing. We challenge you. We challenge you to take the rest of the day, take a few days, take the weekend, and outline that which you are inspired to. Take a look when you go into meditation, look and see what ideas are present within your body, desiring to be expressed, that you have yet to explore. Ideas that have potentially been there since you were a child. Ideas that you maybe play with every now and then, and they bring you joy, but they're not that important. I've got to go to work. I've got to do these important things. It's not making any money, so it's not important. Maybe it could. This weekend, take some time. Look inside yourself in meditation. Ask your inner being the question, what are some of the things that I am inspired to, that I have yet to delve into? Have your pen and paper ready to write those ideas down, and then pick one to begin to explore. Pick the one that feels highest to you and begin to explore it and see what you find. See what it actually holds for you from a growth and expansion standpoint, potential growth and expansion standpoint. Notice the frequency that you're in, the state of being that you're in when you are engaging in that activity. And ask yourself, if I felt this way all the time, what type of experiences would it align me with? Experiences, if experience appearing outside of me is laced in the frequency that I am offering right now in this present moment, as I engage in my inspiration, that which I'm inspired to, what types of experiences am I aligned with based on the frequency that I'm in, engaging in that which I'm inspired to? Ask yourself that question. See what you find. And then ask yourself, what if I had been living my life this way? Now, it requires, if you're new or if you're new here and you're, for whatever reason, you have listened to this interaction, it requires a foundation. It requires knowledge, experience, foundation. Many of you have that foundation, so you understand what we're saying, right? Engaging in your inspiration, inner creative process, alignment, frequency, all of these things. You have to have that foundation in order to say, okay, I'm going to step into this and see what happens. I'm going to step into this and see, because I understand what alignment is. I know what alignment is. I understand being in a higher frequency state. I know how it feels. I have seen, when I'm in a higher frequency state, the types of things that appear in front of me, the types of experiences that I have at home, with family, at the restaurant, at the store. I've also seen what it looks like to be in a lower vibrational state, to be in frustration of some kind. I've seen the types of energy that I'm giving off when I'm in that, and the types of experiences that appear around me based on that expression. You have to have a level of a certain foundation of knowledge and experience to really take this in and say, you know what, okay, I'm going to look into this because I know what he's talking about when he's talking about inspiration, something that I'm inspired to, because I have things that I'm inspired to that I haven't really moved on or acted on. I have heard people close to their transition saying that they have things that they wish they had done. Maybe it's more important than you think. Maybe it would have a greater impact on your life, a positive impact on your life than you have considered. Take some time this weekend. Play with those ideas, those suggestions. See what you find. Begin to interact with the highest frequency inspiration and see what you find. Come back to this video. Let us know in the comments. If you have any questions, if you are part of our online community, if you're a part of our email list and you have questions and you have actually engaged in this small practice that we are suggesting, respond to one of our emails. Reply to one of our emails with any questions or concerns about what you have discovered, and we'll get back to you. These things, even though they may seem small, are very important because they are directly related to your vibrational state, your overall energy signature, the path that you set for yourself before you entered into your physical body, your growth and expansion, and the potential for you to move quickly, more quickly than you have been, from breakthrough to breakthrough in your own awareness and your own understanding. It's that important. So we are thankful, grateful for those of you who have supported us again in the creation of this interaction. We're thankful for those of you who have found this recorded and allowed us to be of support. We will take a few moments now and open the chat up. It's already open, but open the chat up for any questions, comments, anything you may have been inspired to during this interaction, whether it feels directly on topic or not. We will take time to entertain those. Okay. Let my eyes adjust just a little bit. Let's see. All right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hello, Catherine. All right. Any questions, comments, thoughts, anything you were inspired to during the interaction? Give a few more minutes, a few more moments. Let's see, Catherine. Let's see what Catherine says. Catherine says, still attempting to get over the many times that Source brought me to exactly what I needed and backed away. Interesting. Energy, vibration. Energy, vibration, frequency is what you are at the moment. And in energy, vibration, and frequency, you are connected to all things, and all things are connected to you. Those who have come before you that you call spiritual masters, gurus, all of those things, they spent a lot of time in meditation, doing the things that you're doing now, trying to unravel the constructs of the mind rooted in fear. And what they found is the source of all beingness, all existence, the source of all things that fuels consciousness is inside of them and is inside of you. You are not separate from it. You are one with it. It's merely being masked over by your conditioning and your programming. With that being said, and the further you get down the road, you will come to know that there is nothing outside of you doing anything to you. When you say that something drew close to you and then moved away, that's an issue of alignment. That's an issue of there's conflict. There's conflict within you that is still separating you from the thing. If it wasn't able to, because you're in the experience and you're interacting with, you're in the experience and you're interacting with all of the collaborative components, all of the pieces, you're feeling the feeling, all of the emotions, you're seeing the smiles, all of the things, and you're feeling the feeling as if you're in that experience now. And we suggest that you hold it until you forget that you're meditating. You forget that you're meditating. Stay in it until you forget that you're meditating. That's when you're fully engrossed in embodying the experience. That you is not trying to create an experience. Think about that. And when you're not trying to create experience, you're not in conflict with the experience. If you have experiences that are beginning to materialize around you, but they are not fully becoming your personal experience, there's resistance there. It's not something that is not doing something to or for you. That's conditioning that there's something or someone out there saying, hey, here, you can have this time because you've been a good person. That's not how frequencies works. That's not how frequency works. It's not how vibration works. And again, don't believe us. Don't believe us. Continue to play with it. Because if you're struggling with it and it's making you frustrated and you're asking these questions, that's perfect. Because it's causing you to unravel that which exists inside of you. Because there's no person outside of you that is experiencing what you desire that is any different from you on the inside other than the contents of their mind. There is no person or no thing outside of you in experience that is more worthy of an experience or less worthy of an experience. It's a matter of alignment. It's a matter of the mental framework that you're currently carrying, the beliefs, the thought patterns that either are aligning you with a thing or distancing you from a thing, in alignment or not in alignment. That which you are experiencing right now, whether great or not so great, you're in alignment with. Your current position in life is what you are in alignment with. Maybe it's what you have been conditioned to. Each of you listening, your family experience growing up conditions you to a level of finance, conditions you to types of relationship experiences, conditions you to types and the level of health and well-being that you experience. And you can change all of that by changing your internal makeup in that which you are in alignment with. But it's not that something's not being given to you, it's what you're in alignment with. If you want to be in alignment with millions, you have to program and condition yourself to that. If you want to be in alignment with a job that you're seeking, or a position or a career or a business that you want to create, you have to align yourself with that. And in the alignment of that thing, there's no fear. There's no insecurity. There's no hesitation. There's no I'm not worthy. There's no I'm not valuable enough. Any of those things separate you, create distance between you and the thing. And when you look inside, you can see it. But this is that developing of the foundation through experience, knowledge, play and practice on your part. But let's let go of the subtle idea. We don't know your background. Benny had a religious background in which there was a God of sorts that was offering mercy, offering grace. There was an individual that you had to go through in order to receive that grace, receive those blessings and all of those things. And as long as you believe inside of your mind and body that there is a hierarchy to the ability to achieve and have that which you desire in your life, that hierarchy idea conditioning is separating you from it because you're always looking for something outside of you to appease or to give you something. And that's not true in vibration. When you understand the truth of vibration, when you understand the truth of frequency, and you have played with it enough to see the effects of it in your own experience, those type ideas begin to fall away. And we understand that it is huge responsibility that can be frustrating and scary in the initial. But at the same time, once you get past that initial, it's incredibly empowering to know that you have the responsibility and the opportunity to create consciously. And it's about frequency, alignment, first and foremost. And the play and practice is to release, transform, move beyond all that exists inside of you now, mind and body, that is separating you from that which you desire. We hope that makes sense. Let's see, we've got... Let me scroll back a little bit. Okay, so you're saying that you said I backed away. Let's see, because of that life has been extremely difficult and trying to get over it and dream and believe again. Yes, I backed away. Yes, that's the conditioning. That's not the truth of you. That was the conditioning. Fear set in and I didn't challenge that. Yes. Okay. I know that it's all me. Can't be as kind to myself about it. Still kicking my butt for not moving forward with it. Forgive myself. Absolutely. In the present moment, love yourself for the awareness that you have achieved as a result. That's what this experience is for, right? Don't hold yourself too tight. At your core, you have to be in love with the process and love yourself first and foremost. And this is a whole nother conversation. The more you love yourself, guess what you're in alignment with? More love, because that's what you are expressing. The more you love yourself, the more you're in alignment with more loving experiences, and the vibration and the feel of love is unraveling conditioning that you have inside of your mind and body. Just a mere planned practice of loving yourself more and more. And as that love begins to unravel the conditioning, because many of you have ideas, programming, conditioning, born of a low vibration. Let's just say a fear vibration. Love is not the fear vibration. So the more consistently you're holding that feeling, not because you're trying to create anything, but just because you're trying to rekindle that level of relationship with yourself. The foundation, the floor, the ground that you are establishing in that new frequency is not conducive to the low vibrational ideas, the conditioning that's there at the moment. So what's going to happen? Those ideas are going to start bubbling up to where you can see them, and you will be able to see them appearing inside of your mind and body because you're in a different frequency perspective. And then you use whatever practice that you have to address those ideas. If you don't have a practice, contact us. We can share one with you, or become a part of the Accelerator. Everything is in there. We have everything in there ready for you. But if not, send us an email with whatever you're challenging with, and we'll get back to you. But whatever practice you're using to address the conditioning as it appears, use that and continue to hold a higher vibrational state, because it's disrupting. Think about the idea of a tuning fork and how it can break glass. A high enough frequency, just holding that tuning, the vibration can break glass. Well, that's the same thing that's happening when you begin to consistently hold a higher vibrational state. It begins to disturb and disrupt everything that is not of that vibration. Everything that is of lower vibration, it begins to disturb and disrupt it. All of the fears, all of the insecurities, any traumas that you may have experienced, it begins to disrupt it. And that's a beautiful thing. But don't hold yourself too tight along this path. Be excited for you. Love you. When a new challenge appears or something shows up that you're not familiar with, stay in the frequency of love. Stay in the frequency of excitement. That is what will, and ask your questions of the experience. How did I create this? Why did I create this? How did I align myself with this? Do it in a high frequency. Do it in love. Do it in excitement for the growth that you are engaging in, the expansion that is going to occur as a result of overcoming this present moment. And that will keep the process moving. You won't get stuck. You won't be stagnant in an experience stuck in frustration. That will allow you to keep moving. And also, we're here to support you if you have questions about an experience. But thank you for these comments. This is fantastically awesome. Let's see. Awesome. I thought I loved myself enough, but now I realize there's more to do about that and more practice and play to go. Absolutely. That's all it is. And you will get stronger as you go. You will get stronger as you go. You have to remember that part. You have to remember that this play and practice, this journey of enlightenment is the same as exercising. It's the same as going to the gym. The more consistent you are, the stronger you get. It's the exact same thing. This is the exact same thing. Keep that in the back of your mind. Because your awareness is constantly expanding. Right? Your ability and your proficiency in addressing fear will continue to develop, and you'll get more effective at it, more efficient at it. And you will be able to see that you are making shifts and changes through your thoughts, through your language and the actions that you take. You will see yourself doing things different than you once did, being different than you once were as a result of your play and practice. And that's how you know that you're doing things in the right fashion. There's evidence that you're doing things correctly. Everything doesn't happen immediately, but there's evidence. If you're consistent, that you're doing things correctly, and then you just continue the path. Awesome. Awesome. Let's see. Let's go back. Soul sign. Hello, hello. What visualization, feeling, etc. would you like us to engage in for the growth of Benny's channel and business? Huh. If you are excited to be of support in that manner, when you're in meditation and you're in visualization and you're thinking to do a visualization, whatever visualization or idea comes to you that feels beautiful, that feels excellent, when you think about the level of support that you could see us being, or that you could see us influencing the world, do that. Whatever your inner being shares with you in conjunction to these type offerings that we are creating, and how they may, the highest that you can imagine, and their influence and effect beautifully and lovingly on the world. Whatever you see, do that. And thank you for your support on the front end. Anyone else? Awesome. Awesome. It's just fantastic. This is fantastic. And yet this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the tip of the iceberg for, again, the true conversations in which we have engaged in somewhat here are in response to your experience as a result of your play and practice in the attempt and process of personal transformation and elevation. You have to be digging away at your personal transformation, because that's what's most important. This journey, no matter who you are or who you believe yourself to be, whether you're a father, a mother, daughter, son, business person, co-worker, all of these things This journey is a selfish journey. And everything existing outside of you, whether it's closest friend, closest family, youngest daughter, youngest son, they are all collaborative components to you in your verse, and you are a collaborative component to them in their verse. This is a selfish journey, and those of you who have identified that you are on a journey of enlightenment, the most important practice is your attention to you and your personal growth and expansion. Because the more you expand, the more you evolve, the more you become the next version of yourself. You have an idea, an image of the version of you that is in alignment with that which you intend to create in the world. The closer you come to that, the more you become that, the brighter light you are. And the brighter the light that you are, the higher the next version of yourself you become. That version of you benefits all that you come in contact with. So the family you come in contact with, they benefit from you being a brighter version of yourself. At work, they benefit from you being a brighter version of yourself. In your business, they benefit from you being a brighter version of yourself. And they have the opportunity, if they're in close enough proximity vibrationally, to tune up to you. And that changes their life. Because moving into a high frequency state, because they're in close proximity to you, opens them up to higher frequency thoughts, higher frequency belief systems, higher frequency possibilities. All the while they are witnessing what the alignment looks like from a higher frequency position because of the life experiences that you are creating in that new frequency that you have tuned to. Now imagine if all of us participating in this interaction are doing that and achieving higher and higher states with a level of consistency. And now imagine the impact that you're having as you walk through the store. Just living your life. As you go to the family event, just living your life. As you go on vacation or to the restaurant, just living your life. But massively affecting all that you come in contact with just by being you. We're excited for each of you. We love you very much. We'll be back next week, most likely on Tuesday and Thursday, same time. If you are inspired, we will see you then. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you once again, and we will talk to you soon.